are the lineups we've just been given. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I would go for Robert Lewandowski. As good a centre-forward with his back to goal as I've seen. He can turn and roll defenders for fun. And once facing his target, he has all the finishing skills that you could require.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Real Click picks it up from the goal kick. And that's a throw. It's Lewandowski. Lallana. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Lewandowski. Kane. With the ball through. Must score! Whistle's gone. That for offside? Yes, it is. Now it's Lewandowski. Nicely controlled. It's on the end of it. He's off on a marauding run. Goes for goal! Goal! Poland! And it's Poland who take the lead! What about that, Jim Beglin?
I think when you concede a goal like that, the manager has to start questioning his personnel, because to allow someone into that position, totally unmarked, I think that's reckless in the extreme, I really do.
Poland give themselves the perfect start. Can they build on it? England are already chasing the game.
Well, the task is obviously a lot tougher, and they can't afford to waste time feeling sorry.
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Thrust towards the front line. Quarter of an hour played. Now it's Lewandowski. It's on a plate. He's gone for it. The ball's come loose and the chase is on. It's Lewandowski. Has he picked him out? It's in! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Look, you can only exploit the space if the pass is good enough, and in that instance, it was instinctive and quick, and it did the damage.
Poland had a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
That second goal has such a polarising effect on prospective moods. I mean, one team are under more pressure now to get the next goal, and the other will fancy their chances of turning 2 into 3.
Chance! Dispatched clinically!
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
England get themselves back into contention.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could near well reward them with an equaliser.
And he has been fouled there. This is a fascinating tie. Tight, exciting, energetic. England get it back again. Now the pass. Has a pop! Gets good distance on it. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Tries to dink it in. They've done it! 2 to the good! They have breathing space!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground, because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Poland take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, they've got themselves into such a good position now with a 2-goal cushion. I wouldn't like to be in their dressing room if they let this one slip.
Lewandowski passes it through. Brave effort, total commitment.
And he really threw himself at that one. Just a little more accuracy was all it needed.
It so nearly came off for him.
Yeah, he's definitely a player who looks like he can make something happen every time he's on the ball. He's just full of belief and energy.
There's a goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Lucas Piszczek. Either side really getting hold of the ball. Kane. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Błaszczykowski shows the route one option. Shaw charges in. Oh, he's broken through. Błaszczykowski! Kamil Glik. To stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Lallana. Lallana, this is promising. He's tried one! Can he get the shot away? And the half-time whistle goes. Is back on the way.
I think they've got to go out at the start of this second half now and set a tone that smacks of intent and determination. Should they manage it, I think they can find a way back.
And through to the goalkeeper. And the counter is on. It's Lallana! It's in! England are back in business!
That's always a great sight, you know, on a football pitch. Nimble-footed, show great balance and a really cool head to finish. And that kind of dribbling is really smart.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, in a tight game like this, there was always going to be little to separate them, but he really made that count.
Looks like a good ball through. What a wonderful goal!
And some players are just capable of grabbing a game by the scruff of the neck, and his immense talent may just have done exactly that and injected the belief that they can retain their lead this time round.
Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Yeah, I've got great admiration for the finish, but I've even more admiration for the pass that set it up. It was delicious.
Poland go into the lead. Driving on now, what can they conjure from here? Kane. Goal, England!
You know, we may be looking at another classic here, and I'm not going to guess what's going to happen next, but that is great togetherness and resolve.
Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. This has become one super